Whenever the private schools take the field against each other, there's always more than just pride on the line, and that's exactly the case this Friday night. Central Catholic and St. John's. Not that much of a rivalry for a long time. The Irish beating the Titans 6 years in a row until last season's 13-6 win by St. John's. The victory launched them into the playoffs in Larry McDaniel's first year at SJ. And even though both coaches will say this is just another game, the players, they know there's another added element to this one.
I mean, it's a lot more energy in practice. They beat us last year, so there's a lot of bad blood between us. So it's really excited and amped up, and you gotta have a really focused practice to have a good week and a good game on Friday.
It's definitely the energy. I mean, the energy that's going to be in the stands, the energy that we bring out for the week. I mean, we come every week prepared, but it's just a little edge when it's definitely a rivalry game. Going 9-0, it's definitely great that the chance to go 10-0. Like Coach Dempsey says, I think it's only happened like 4 times in the past 100 years that the school has been here. So we have a chance to make history, and that's really great.
I mean, I think everybody remembers a game from the year before if you lost, especially, we've been blessed, and when you only lose a 1 or 2 and people are always going to remember it. I'm sure the kids talk about it, but I said, looking at last year's not going to win this year. So that's kind of been the focus. Our focus is Friday night and what it takes to get that done. And if that helps somebody think about that, so be it, but it's not something that we're really talking about a lot as a coaching staff and at practice.
I'd say it's probably in the front of our minds. We think about it all week, and it was really a bad taste in our mouths like Whitmer was last year. So there's definitely a lot of anger, and we need to take it out on Friday to get the dub.
I look at every game the same, but rivalry week is, of course, a difference. We're going to bring way more intensity, way more fire to the game. We want to win this game bad. Everybody's talking about it in the city, so we just want to get the dub, let the people know, make a statement.
It is going to be a huge challenge for us. Offensively, they do a great job. Durden and Jace Bowen and that offensive line. It is a great football team. It really is. So obviously we know we have to play a really, really solid game. We can't turn the ball over. And then we just, let the chips fall where they may. But that is a darn fine football team.
With more on this one, here's the Pigskin Professor, Mike Jewell, with one of Jewell's gems.
It is so great to have rivalries and to see this one come back in the track. St. John's at 7-2, heading over to Cherry Street to take on the 9-0 Central Catholic Fighting Irish. Last year, a shocker as St. John's fought their way into the state playoffs with a remarkable 13-6 victory over Central Catholic. This year, what I see is not so much X's and O's, but instead one of the great metaphysics paradoxes of all history. Irresistible force is the St. John's offense. The magnetic hands of Dimitri Mitsopoulos, Ryder, and Thomas Zyros, along with so many other weapons, give the Titans ability to make big plays and also move the chains. And it all comes from the electric skills of Brady Lichtenberg. He has impressed me this season. The irresistible force will be taking on the immovable object. Central Catholic's defense has been nothing short of spectacular on every snap this season. The ability to create and wreak havoc on the football field, immediately take offenses out of what they want to do and make big plays, put the ball in the end zone yourself. Central Catholic is special. This is a great football game. I love the emotion and the intensity. Once again, I am not cheering for a rematch in Week 11, but we could very well end up with it. It's all about Week 10 this week. Good luck to both teams. This is going to be a classic.